Hello, YouTubers. Welcome to Epic. My name is Andre Pink, and my pronouns are he and him. And I am the Tramshed's progression creative producer and curator of the event tonight. I'm here to give you some information about how we're going to run the event so that you can enjoy and make the most out of the next 7 films that we're going to be showing tonight. First, big thank you for being here and buying a ticket. It's for a good cause, since the box office income will be split in between the artists. Muito obrigado, as we say in Brazilian Portuguese, my native language. During the event, we are going to invite you to be a film critic and let the artists know what you thought about their films by writing in the chat. It's the interactive bit of tonight's epic, and allow us to connect and become a digital community for the next 90 minutes or so. We also be posting a link to an online feedback form throughout the event. So when you see it, please click on it so that it opens in your browser in another tab, and you can fill it in later and give advice and feedback to these emerging artists with a bit more depth, and also help the Tramshed to grow and develop our audiences. We have also prepared a program, which the link should be in the chat, and you can get to know a bit more information about the films and the artists. And there are all their social handles there, websites, so please follow them, and help them build their own audiences. A bit of trigger warning. There's a bit of mild swearing in the first film, but that's it. Let's talk about Epic and Progression. Progression is the program I run for the Tramshed, and is our artist development program, where we offer opportunities to young artists to upscale their skills through masterclasses, courses, and talks with the best professionals out there, all for free. Another part of Progression is supporting emerging artists to make art. And there is a progression pathway to do that. It starts with showing work at early stages of development in a platform we call Generator. We often offer some artists a residency or bursary money after that, mentoring through a holistic approach that includes artistic meetings with me, marketing surgeries, supporting and writing funding applications, and eventually showing the finished work in an event we call Charged. So if you are an emerging artist, what are you waiting for? Come on, get involved, join us. Please join us our newsletter or the Progression Facebook group, or write directly to me. My email is andre@tramshed.org. Let's talk Epic now. It falls in the Progression making work trend, but it's a complete new concept. Epic is a commission that started as a challenge, where I provoked emerging artists to create their own homemade versions of blockbuster films from their home within a time frame and a process. They had only 21 days to make the films you're gonna watch. And each week they met me and my team to show stuff. First a storyboard and a script, then on week 2 a rough cut, and then finally on the last week, they presented to us their final film, which they had to give the final file 2 days ago on Wednesday. So all these films are fresh out of the oven. Wow, that was mad, hectic. And lots of these guys have full-time jobs or are in education. But it has been so much fun. There has been a lot of giving and taking and relating, collaborating. And that's something that we need so much at this present time. Every week they have put on a smile on me and my team. And every week it's been pure joy to witness the pieces you're about to watch take shape and grow and become like full and complete films. You are up for a treat. And I believe that these films also speak about these crazy times that we live, which have been hard economically, emotionally, mentally. However, epic and creativity and imagination and teamwork, and above all, art, has proven to me that these ingredients are phenomenal, vital antidotes to fight the doom and gloom of these COVID times. Let's see what you think. Let's see if you agree with me. And hail art, and let epic commence. war star story by These Streets Productions. The plot could be summarized as when disgraced alcoholic and spaceship captain Dirk Haribo is marooned on Mos Eisley after his pilot's license is revoked. Chaos is the only possible outcome. The film has been shot using images of Lego toys and narration. And These Street Productions are here. They actually created this company specifically for Epic. And we have Lata director, Stan, the voice of Dirk, and Ali, Lego aficionado, dramaturg as well. So I can see you brought a prop. What's that, Ali? Really exciting.
This is Dirk's ship, Dave 1. And there's Dirk inside, the star of our story, although he's glitching out there a little bit.
Okay, brilliant. And there is a little bit of you in the film. So are you kind of like a nerd, kind of very reclusive type of guy? Or no, that's just kind of like was used for fictional purposes?
Oh, well, I mean, that's a great question. There's a certain amount of truth to it, of course. One can easily imagine how a Lego builder can become very locked away during this lockdown and immersed in their little world, possibly, you know, talking to minifigures and holding them as they go to sleep, getting sort of losing their grip and distinction between reality and their world. But that's not me. I mean, I'm fine. I'm fine. That's not what I'm like at all. No.
Marta, you agree?
I feel that Ali's answered that question. I wouldn't want to answer that for him, really.
Thank you, Lata. And what have you got to say about, do you think Pixar got something to learn from your film?
Yeah, absolutely. So as you can see, there's three of us here and one other voice actor, Banks, who voiced the lovely David Olusoga in the film. I think that Pixar can learn from the fact that we only needed a handful of team members, whereas they have those like really long credits and they go on a bit too long. And they also have to spend like hundreds of pounds on paying everybody, whereas the Tramshed were able to fund ours. So I feel like Pixar, yeah, I mean, I don't even know what they make. What is it, like up or down?
Yes, fair, because I mean, Dirk Haribo is the next Mandalorian for sure. I have to agree with you. They definitely have something to learn from you guys. And Stan, what is it that you had to do to kind of like to make this anti-hero relatable? And was there a lot of kind of like actor studio type of like rehearsing, laboratory workshopping to get into the part?
Absolutely. And you know what? Dirk is such an intimidating character to play. He's a heroic figure. He's an inspirational figure, a noble figure. He's a man to lead us all through these dark and troubled times. So in order to do justice to that part, absolutely. You know, there was a lot of work to be done. I went in deep on this one. The lines between Dirk and me blurred more and more as the project went on, to the point where, you know, I've tried to, you know, take my own hair off as if it's a separate piece of plastic on more than one occasion. So, you know, it's been tough, but as I say, with a character of this stature, nothing less will do in my view.
And what is the sound he makes? It's kind of very, yeah.
Yeah, so that's one of the techniques that we've deployed, is that in order to sort of drop into the character of Dirk, if you like, before we start recording, I've isolated a characteristic sound which allows me to inhabit his head space, if you will. That sound for me is
That's good.
The sound technique is trademarked by me, by the way. It's a directorial technique that I use. So if you use it as well, just make sure you credit me in your programs and things.
And Lata, what about the social themes, the political themes that you weaved in the piece? Was it like, where does that come from? Is that from angst from within you?
I don't at all know what you're talking about. There's nothing political about film. I'm not interested in politics. Politics bores me. I'm not at all a political person. I don't make political theatre or films. So yeah, this is just Lego. There's none of that.
Let's see if the audience agrees then. So Dirk, Haribo. Shall we watch it? And Disney Plus, watch out. Yeah, you're definitely missing on a trick here. Okay, thank you. Dirk, Haribo. Yay!
Don't you want to go back out into the world again? Live a life. I've been walking these streets since before I could walk. Feels like every time I walk these streets try to walk on me. Usually, these streets find that, like my ex-wife's space dog, if you try to take me for a ride, you'll end up bruised, sore, weeping, confused. But not today. I used to be someone, you know. My life was just great, until I fell off the wagon. No, I'm still an alcoholic. I've never been sober. I mean an actual wagon. Sprained my coccyx pretty bad. It was all downhill from there. Well, yes, but what I really mean is that I was on an enormous hilly outcrop that day, and I rolled most of the way down. Really hit rock bottom. No, my life got considerably worse after that. What I'm thinking about is the rocks at the bottom of the hill. I really twisted my spine on them on impact. But we're getting off track. I was about to tell you how I got here. It all started with a traffic stop.
Are you aware of why we stopped you today, sir?
Yes, Dame, you wanted a driving lesson. Was it something to do with the speed? Or going outside the space lanes? Or all the spice in the trunk?
Well, I'll note those down, thanks. But actually, you had a tail light out. Of course, the gunfire and extended violent chase out of orbit will get you a big penalty.
Oh, but I already have 8 points on my license. Are you sure there's nothing I can do to lessen the punishment, officer?
Go home.
The Imperials recovered my ship. When I trudged back into Mos Eisley, I knew where I had to go. The Space DVLA. The dull, grey, merciless fist of the Empire. No longer could you run down the odd Jawa and laugh about it in the bar later. Now, vehicular Jawa slaughter got you a full 2 points. I wasn't hopeful about reclaiming my license, but I had to try.
Haribo.
It's Haribo!
Ah, you're the courier who we stopped this morning.
That's me. I've come to pick up my ship. And the license?
Certainly you can take the ship, but you're not going to be flying. 10 points is the limit, and engaging in a running dogfight with 2 patrol fighters is at least 7 on top of your other...
But I have to be a star pilot, or I won't have any space bucks and I'll go all poor.
And quite apart from the violent combat, we found these in your rear seat. You know the space fishing regulations.
Those are Mos Eisley's space salmon, and they are happier for it. At that moment, I saw her. Just across the landing strip was my ship, Dave 1. I thought maybe, just maybe, I could make a run for it. Start the engines. I was wrong.
Well, now we're definitely going to have to impound it. Great choice, Haribo. Get out of here.
Dave! I'm coming for you, Dave! Bureaucrats. Sad grey fools who can't think outside the box. I don't think inside of a box. I don't even see inside a box, because I've never been in one. You won't catch me in a box, no siree. Not now, not ever. Feels like every problem I've got can be traced back to some bald guy behind a desk filling in a form and trying to weigh me down with rules. Don't come within 50 feet of your ex-wife. Don't drive in that lane, there's oncoming traffic. Drive around that crowd of children. Don't try and weave your way through them, you're too drunk. Tell you the truth, I've had just about enough of it. So, that's how it happened. I used to be an ace, you know. My father was a pilot in the Clone Wars. I grew up with starfighters all my life, and when I married my ex-wife, she bought me the fastest courier cutter this side of Corellia. Dave 1. I ran the Panama Canal in less than 12 milliliters, shipping blueprints to Kuwait, conditioner to Kashyyyk, targeting systems to some backwater temple on Yavin's moon. Got those cheap because I wasn't sure it would go through.
It's that Dirk Haribo. Bloody hell, he looks absolutely awful.
Yes, he looks like he's been rolling slowly and sadly through space Marmite for 3 weeks.
He looks like a shifty wheelbarrow salesman.
He looks a bit like that bloke who hangs around pod races, waiting for someone to crash so that he can steal their wallets and their undies.
He looks like a greasy, rusty fish slice, magically transformed into a human pervert.
You watch your mouth, old crone. You ought to know I'm a pretty big deal.
He thinks he's something, does he? Well, from what I've heard, if he hadn't married a rich heiress, he'd be stuck putting on a rubbish Cockney accent and selling cockles and whelks at the Mos Eisley wet market.
Yes, I heard that. Imagine owing that much to your marriage, and even then managing to bugger the whole thing up with your tiny Wilkins.
I'll show you. I'll show all of you. I have returned a cleaner and a better man.
Haha, we're just stormtroopers drinking coffee. I love coffee. Oh, look, it's Dirk Haribo. Oh,
What do you want?
Look at him. Oh,
Sarlacc face.
You know, you're a piece of shit.
I'm a what?
Eat lukewarm space coffee, bootlicker. And I'm gonna take your helmet too. Come get me, Bantha Poodoo.
Hey, that's mine.
Haribo!
I disdain to conceal my views and aims. I openly declare that my ends can be attained only by the forcible overthrow of all existing social conditions. Let the ruling classes tremble at a Haribo revolution. The people of Mos Eisley have nothing to lose but their chains. They have a world to win. Working beings of Tatooine, unite!
We've received a transmission from R2 on the surface. Looks like, well, listen for yourself.
Working beings of Tatooine, unite!
By the stars, it's a popular revolt. We might be wildly unprepared, violently unaware of the political and cultural situation on the ground, and armed only with destructive and indiscriminate weaponry, but we simply must assist these pro-democracy forces. I can only agree, sir. Commander, deploy the strike forces. Oh, I love saying that. God, he's caused a riot. Where did they even get flaming torches? Well, from the medieval box, I suppose. What? Nothing, don't worry.
Grab him!
We've got you now, Haribo. You're a revolutionary. Prepare to die. Wait, what's that?
Well, citizen, you're lucky we got to you in time. You've been doing good work here.
Say what now?
Yeah, fighting tyrants, whipping up rebellion.
I don't know about any of that shit. I just want to get Dave back.
Look, son, don't ask, don't tell. All I see is a man of courage who's willing to shoot at anything white and shiny, or dressed in grey. If that's true, here's a blaster. Welcome to the Alliance to Restore the Republic.
Thanks, I guess. I'm gonna go and shoot up the DVLA.
That's the spirit.
Dave! Dave! Hang on. What is it? I mean, I'm not a political guy, but a Vader statue, really? Oh, come on. I mean, in this day and age, there are people in this town who knew people on Alderaan. Yeah, so show me them. Stop being so offended for other people. The Death Star was fake news anyway.
I was going to a meeting on Alderaan and I never made it there because the planet exploded.
Yeah, my sister died on Alderaan. Yeah, so we are here.
Hi, I'm Dr. Davin Olusoga, Lego Star Wars analog for the well-known historian and writer David Olusoga. I can't help feeling that I could help shed some light on this argument. Really, it's less about being able to see history, it's about making it. The records of Darth Vader's crimes are now very publicly available. This statue is not designed to record them, however. It is designed to celebrate him, and all of him.
Well, you pick holes in all of history. We aren't celebrating the whole of Vader, only the parts that built this town and pacified the galaxy.
Which are all intrinsically linked to his killing of millions of people. Idolizing individuals rather than events or actions is a particularly problematic idea. If we all agreed he did some awful things, why not replace it with something we can all agree is good?
But statues are valuable. They're beautiful and old, and they have their own value as depictions of what we considered good once.
Most of these statues don't have very much artistic value anyway, and aren't that old, relatively speaking. And if they did have some value, we could put them somewhere much less celebratory. But this one seems to be a bit plasticky, and the cape design shows signs of wear. I suggest tearing it down.
That seems reasonable.
Olusoga, away!
Time for the third act! Gonna get Dave back! Gonna get Dave back in the third act!
Well, look who it is. The Womp Rat Revolutionary.
You know, you've been hounding me for as long as I can remember. Every time I turn around, 180 degrees in the driving seat at full speed on the space motorway, there you are, right behind me. What do you want with me, huh? What did I ever do to you?
We literally have a filing cabinet on you, Haribo. Not a file, a whole cabinet. You have committed more petty crimes than I can list in the time we have remaining in this film. You've broken every speed limit in every orbit.
Bureaucrats.
You have never been stopped and not been found to be at least 2 space pints over the limit.
Bull! I never drive on more than 4 space pints.
Yes, that's exactly 2 over.
What's the limit?
2 space points.
I thought it was 2 half-space liters.
A, this is literally the Empire. We use imperial measurements. And B, that would make 4 space points even further over the limit. Dirk, you're criminal scum, and I'm bringing you in.
No! I've got to get out of here. We all have to get out of here.
You can't. It's not allowed.
But we have to. We're all just stuck here, stagnating, and we are allowed more and more every day. Things are stopping. We can all get out soon.
This is my world. It's all I know. It's mine.
But don't you want more? Don't you want to go back out into the world again? Live a life?
I don't think I know how anymore.
Self-Assessment by Matteo, Mikkelsen and Nina Laumann. A Twin Peaks-inspired journey that goes within and without and with a cherry on top. Exploring the interface between fiction and reality through the life of a tax advisor who is suddenly confronted by mysterious forces, taking him somewhere he has never been before. Nina Laumann is a costume designer and shoemaker, and Matteo Mikkelsen is an actor. They're both from Denmark, and I believe they're partners, and their film has been made in the domestic setup of their home here in London. So first of all, I'd just like to ask, do you guess what I'm dressed like?
You must certainly be dressed like Nadine.
Absolutely. So for those that haven't seen Twin Peaks, yeah, try to watch it and check it out. The character of Nadine, who I'm playing an homage to. Why Twin Peaks? I wouldn't expect people your age to know of this TV series by the amazing David Lynch.
Well, why Twin Peaks? Well, I can't tell you why I know it. I probably just watched it at home with my family. Probably when I was a bit too young and Bob was a bit too scary. But the reason we chose to work with it is because it's so diverse in terms of the genres that it cover, and it's such a strange world. So it's really fun when you're doing a remake or doing a piece that's inspired by something else. It's really good to have that sort of freedom and strangeness to your work. Yeah, so Twin Peaks is a lot of things at the same time. There's a bit of crime investigation, there's soap opera, there's several dimensions for humans to enter, and that's sort of the thing that we wanted to take a look at in our work.
And you make it quite personal, right, Matteo? It's called self-assessment. It's your personal take of that world. Can you tell us a little bit about that? Because it's not only an homage, it's kind of your own work in a way, right?
Yeah. I think we were just basically inspired by the Twin Peaks universe, and then we thought of maybe a way how to use the different elements from Twin Peaks in our own story. So we developed this protagonist, and I don't want to reveal too much about it, but he's in the tax advising business, and he's probably the most clean guy around. Does whatever it takes to earn a living, and something happens, something is not agreeing with his style of life, and he gets trapped in the inner realm, as we say here.
And how has making this film kind of like interfered with your life over the last 3 weeks?
Oh my God, yeah. I don't know where to begin. No. Yeah, we were talking about it the other day, and since we put up blinds in front of our windows, we haven't been getting enough sunlight, say, so that's definitely something to think about. But yeah, it's been like we both have had full-time jobs at the same time, so yeah, 6 hours of sleep and then just working on the project. But it's fun work, so it's not that we minded. Yeah,
I think as well, it's been kind of interesting to go through the same journey that our protagonist went through, sort of, because we were literally living in the setting of the film, so we sort of went through the same adventure as our protagonist.
Fantastic. And why Brazilian football players?
That's all for you, Andre. We could choose between whatever country we wanted, but yeah, since you're Brazilian, that's where we're gonna go.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much for that. Yeah. So yeah, let's watch Self-Assessment. Thank you, guys. Cheers.
Thank
Another case of a cancer-fighting CEO trying to provide for his family. Just horrible. I really can't state enough how important it is for us to target the cancer segment on social media.
But yeah, start getting his papers in order for the change of address. Put this one in the one we have in Changuinola. Seems believable that this fella won't end his days under the Caribbean sun.
So we're talking a net estate of £1.4 million and what would be a potential inheritance tax bill of 315,000. Charge him for that, and get in touch with Walter from Brennan and Tremaine. Sweeten him up a bit, you know. Wear something nice. If I manage to get their business to Panama, our cut is going to be at least 2 million. Safe to say what that means. A brand new Chevrolet Corvette. Red. Nothing else really. Except I have to do my own self-assessment, which shouldn't take longer than a piss really, so make reservations for me at Renault's. Let's say 12 o'clock. And I expect you to be done when I return to the office after lunch.
Hey! Hi! Hi! Hi!
Heavens to Betsy.
look orange flat out there, Purdy. We sure been waiting round for you a long time. I think there's a raccoon in the wall. The water'll stink. Improve bitter on his tongue. Sit. Sit. I'm fixing to pour you a nice cup of coffee. I'm fixing to pour you a nice cup of coffee.
I guess you're wondering what you're doing here.
I guess you're here to tell me, aren't you?
Nah, that would be too easy, wouldn't it?
Who are you?
I'm the future.
Who are you? You're so worried about everything around you. Who's this? Who's that? Where am I? Now I think you better start asking, who am I? Who are you, Mr. Crook? You know, I used to be quite like you. I'm not a crook. I'm Dorian. And a crook can cook a fish on a hook. And a crook can cook a fish on a hook. And a crook can cook a fish on a hook. And a crook can cook a fish on a hook. And a crook can cook a fish on a hook. It seems we stood and talked like this before. I can't remember where or when. But who knows where or when. All right. I'll tell you something. The urge to do bad is exquisitely overpowering. It's that perfect apple in your neighbor's garden. But if you can control it before any real damage is done, that's where the real power is. Do you have the time? Fine, I tried. You don't want my help. I need to be somewhere. Where did the waiter go? I throw out to Alves, who comes down the right flank. Fights Bernard with a pass to feet, who dribbles through the middle. But where's the help? Ah, there we go. Fabio Coentrao with a run from deep.
The waiter was here and now he's gone. Coach, how much is a ticket back home?
How much? Danny, how many goals did you score in your last game? And Julio, what was the signing on fee in your latest contract? It's all numbers, isn't it?
Mister, I don't have time. I need to do my tax returns and then...
Aha. So you did come here for a reason, didn't you? You came to dabble in the ponds of the inner realm.
When Mr. Wolfie comes, I call Mr. on the highway, and I have sunglasses. Green sunglasses and Mr. Snake, he just knows how to ride motorcycles. Have you ever been to France?
What was that to do with anything?
I just thought that if you had, then you could tell me all about it. And if you hadn't, then I could fill you in just the same.
So you've been to France or not?
I ask you first.
Touché. Listen, little man. I don't have time for games.
Are you feeling homesick, Mr. Dorian?
You know my name. I feel bad I don't know yours.
These flowers smell just amazing. Vroom! Is that I want?
It's nothing.
I always wanted to do that. There's so many nice things I like to try. And sometimes I dream.
Conclusion. Out of the overflow of the heart the mind seeks. A tainted variant of growth might cause one to languish. Who genuinely cared about the horse after the Trojan War? as a remembrance. Come what may, it's always a thought.
Think about this. What would it be like if your favorite movie characters ended up living together? The likes of Tony Stark, Luke Skywalker, Captain America, and more are all stuck together because of lockdown. So that's the concept behind Joao Tosta's film. And Joao Tosta is our youngest participant. He's only 16 years old, and he describes himself as a teenager passionate about film, acting, and the film industry altogether. He's always loved filming, planning, writing, editing, and seeing it all come together in the end. He's pretty much the force behind Heroes in Lockdown, doing everything in it. Script, directing, acting, editing. My English is going berserk today, etc, etc. We should move to Portuguese, João. Vamos falar em português, porque o João é brasileiro como eu. Because João is Brazilian like me. No, but we're going to continue in Portuguese, in English, sorry. Tell us about the making of it, João. Did your family get involved?
Yeah, so at first, well, I just got to say at first, I love your outfit, by the way. It really brings the whole feel to it. But yeah, I asked my mum and my dad to help shoot the more dynamic shots that couldn't be done on the tripod just by itself. And then when I went to film with another friend outside, I asked him to keep alternating between me and him. So yeah, there were some alternations of camera people as we filmed the more dynamic shots.
And tell me, do you reckon we all need to be a bit of a hero during lockdown? Is that the concept behind it? Is that?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much, because lockdown's been a tough time. So I guess we have to like find a way to, get our strength, as heroes do, and kind of persevere through it. So yeah.
And you're pretty much, besides your family helping in the big shots, you're one-man band doing everything. So tell me a little bit how you work. How was the process over the little time that you had to put all this together?
So at first I thought of a brief plan in my head. Then I just wrote it down on Word, like a brief script. And then I just started working bit by bit and seeing which day I film. And then when I filmed, I used a tripod to film the more steady shots, and then I used my parents and to film the more dynamic shots. And then after we filmed, I put all the clips together and edited it in Premiere Pro, and then I did the special effects with After Effects as well. So, yeah.
And what did you get out of this, out of taking part, Jerome?
Well, it's definitely a new experience because I kind of exceeded the amount of special effects that I've done before. Like I've never done a film with a lot of special effects, because special effects do take quite a lot of time. But I've definitely had a lot of fun making it and dressing up as different characters for the first time as well. So it's a new experience, and I really enjoyed it as well.
Fantastic. Thank you, Joao. So it's been a joy, pure joy to have you working with us and making this film. Let's watch Heroes in Lockdown.
Hello, sir. So, who are you and what's your name?
Wait, don't.
Your name.
Don't you? Come on, everyone knows who I am. Genius billionaire playboy philanthropist. You know, currently, I'm not staying in a place as big as Avengers Tower, but it'll do. You know, London's been nice until this whole coronavirus situation came. Because of lockdown, we're not allowed to leave our homes for non-essential purposes, so I'm trying to make myself useful during these times indoors. Okay, you know what, I'll be honest. Lockdown really got to me. I haven't been as creative as I used to be. Oh, and I've learned some magic also. Great stuff. Just like Scott. Except I'm better. Here it is, all my wealth. I'm about to make this disappear. Watch. Start is the best. Remember, always say this, it always works. Boom! See that? Take that, Wanda. I came to Earth all the way from another galaxy. And now that I got here, we can't leave our homes anymore. And now I'm forced to share an abode with this Stark. However, I have learnt a few decent skills during this lockdown.
Since you and other people have been living together, have there been any arguments or discussions in relation to anything?
Has the Jedi guy mentioned our fight?
He loves to drive him crazy with his evil lips.
Stop.
Great guns a-blazing.
Stop. Stark, that's enough. I'm tired of you playing your music at such an absurd volume. If you do it one more time, what are you gonna do? You're gonna zap me with your little sparks? Oh, or are you gonna get your pretty little glow stick and hit me with that? You are testing my patience. Oh yeah? You know, back in New York, I could listen to as much music as I wanted. Just because lockdown forced us together does not mean I'm gonna have to tolerate you any longer. That's enough. Maybe I overreact. You're right.
I just find it so cool that the Avengers came to London. Well, 3 of them, but especially Tony Stark. We've had a few chats over the phone and on video call. Now I came to visit him.
Hey, you waiting for someone?
Tony Stark, do you live with him?
Yeah.
I'm Harry, by the way.
Luke. Well, I'm gonna go to the shops, or how they call it here on this planet.
You alright, mate? Do you need any help?
I see it.
don't have to do this. I don't want anyone getting hurt. Now I'm going to give you one chance to turn back now.
Stark. Stark. You can't hide for long.
Hey.
Stark.
Listen, I don't know who you are or what you want, but I don't really remember pissing anybody off here since the beginning of lockdown.
Not here. Around the world. New York, Sokovia, Washington DC, Lagos.
That wasn't even on me. Why didn't you have a go at Cap right outside?
You are the one who started this. If it wasn't for you, the Avengers wouldn't be so impactful.
Aw, thanks.
You have been causing destruction everywhere you go.
We were keeping everybody safe. If it weren't for us, the whole world would be taken over by aliens and robots.
You created Ultron, and Thor could have taken care of his brother if you hadn't interfered. And now, I'm not gonna let you bring your chaos here to London. This usually works.
Oh, performance issues. Not uncommon. 1 out of 5. Who said I was hiding? I'm sorry to bring all this to an end, but it is what it is. So, you all gonna head back to New York then? Yeah. But, it has been interesting living together. Yeah. Don't worry. We'll stay in touch. Even if you're far, far away in another galaxy. I'm gonna miss you, Tony. You, Cap, and Bucky. Yeah. Me too. Until next time. Hey. Thanks for helping out, by the way. No problem. Did you get him? Yeah, it's all sorted now. What's your name? Luke. You? Bond. James Bond. Well, I guess I'll see you, Bond.
Matthew, thank you very much. Great to have you here. Yeah, and yeah, so I'd like you to share a little bit with the people in this YouTube live. Why Twilight Zone? Because I mean, I know of it, but even for me, it's a little bit kind of like it's not part of my childhood. It's something that I saw the remake in the 80s. Yeah.
Yeah, good question. Why is it the Twilight Zone? I started to rewatch the originals from the 60s, late 50s, because something about this thing that's a reference to a lot, and maybe people more know the 80s one, but kind of feels like the original Black Mirror in this kind of dark anthology series. And the first episode in particular, I've just found when I was watching, and the imagery in it is like feels super theatrical and super powerful. So yeah, something about it kind of excited me.
Fantastic. And I think it's so those that don't know of the Twilight Zone, I think Black Mirror is a good hook. It's a good connection. So try to catch it up because it's amazing. Yeah, I really recommend watching it. And you had a completely different take from the other artists working in the challenge. You kind of without spoiling it, can you tell us a little bit? What is expecting? What is coming for them watching it?
Sure, yeah, and so again, Black Mirror is a good example. It's a bit like this, the Bandersnatch that they have, right? This choose your own adventure game. Like interactive storytelling feels super. I mean, I'm not a filmmaker. I'm a theatre maker. I'm interested in like live shared experience. There's something about wanting to find a way to make a film that you can actively participate in. It's also more and more I'm watching things and just yearning to be in the space, like this like secret cinema vibes of immersive theatre where you can be right in the action. And I wanted to try and do, with limited resources, something where you felt like you got to call the shots a little bit, and that you could choose which direction you want to veer off in. So it's a first step at trying to make that happen, I think.
Okay, so there will be an element of choosing an ending, right?
Yeah, so I can explain that a bit clearly. It's a 12-minute film, so halfway through you'll be prompted, hopefully fairly clearly in the film I've made, to choose which way you would like to go. There's two options, and then you can click through to a link in the description which gives the two different locations, or maybe it goes in this like live chat, and you can pick which location you would like to finish off in for the film. Yeah, and you have two different possible endings, possible outcomes.
And what about the change of venues? Because like you managed in a very short period of time to pull like a very kind of interesting production. Tell us about that.
Right, yeah, so I live above an old cinema, and thinking about this DIY thing, I started to try and like turn my bedroom into a cinema, and then I had that revelation of like, oh, I really don't need to do this, I could just go downstairs. And then we have an old costume room also in one of the other apartments, so there were like a few spaces our basement's really creepy, so I kind of was able to get the full-on locations for what I needed, which I didn't realize when I proposed the project, but has become like super exciting. That feels like a real film shoot in a way.
Fantastic. Okay, brilliant. So thank you ever so much. It's been a pure joy to collaborate with you, and let's watch it.
There is a fifth dimension, beyond that which is known to man. It is a dimension as vast as space and as timeless as infinity. It is the middle ground between light and shadow, between science and superstition, and it lies between the pit of man's fears and the summit of his knowledge. This is the dimension of imagination. It is an area which we call the Twilight Zone. time is now. And the journey into the shadows that we're about to watch could be our journey.
So che cosa significa essere diverso. È tutto quello che devi sopportare, l'ironia, la pietà, repulsione, fastidio. La gente riesce quasi a farti sentire in colpa per quello che sei.
Hai deciso di scappare, lasciarti tutto alle spalle.
Alice Adventures in Wild Wonderland by Hermione and Philippa. Join Alice as she goes on a rooting, tooting adventure through Wild Wonderland, where she meets most bizarre folk that you can shake a stick at. Yay! Alice Adventures in Wild Wonderland is a multimedia film combining live performance with stop motion, puppetry, and drawn animation. It is set in the Wild West, and we have here Hermione and Philippa to tell us about it and introduce her film. What a pleasure to have you ladies in our digital red carpet.
Thank you for having us. I love it.
Yes, you can see I made an effort.
Yeah, it looks great.
You look amazing. I love the hearts.
Oh, cheers, thanks. It's been a lot of fun to put it together. Why the Western twist? I think that's a question I'd like to start.
That is a very good question. I think we just are very intrigued by the Wild West.
Yeah, we love like sort of Western stuff and like the deep south of the USA, and it's sort of, we were just in the car and 5 country songs came on in a row, and as it was happening my brain was sort of like snowballing these ideas.
It was the day that we decided to apply, I think, and then all these songs came on and we thought,
yeah, so
it's a sign, we're going to have to do it with a country theme.
Just went for it. Yeah, we just love country music and all things Western, I guess.
And is that why you have all those horses at home, or
they're not actually ours?
We borrowed those from a friend who collects miniature horses and the big horse's head as well.
All horses.
But
all of the skulls are mine because I collect like weird stuff. But the horses are,
we borrowed those from a friend.
And I think it would be great if you could share with the YouTubers, our audience here tonight, what is it that you learned? What is it that happened with your life over the last 3 weeks? Because you've been taken over by the world of Alice, right?
Definitely. We have literally been waking up, working on the project, and then when we go to sleep, so many weird and wonderful dreams because we've been living in this world. But we've had to teach ourselves a lot over the last few weeks.
Yeah.
We'd never used a green screen before, and our entire film became a green screen bonanza. And you learned how to animate for the film as well.
Yeah, I mean, badly, but I did teach myself how to do that. I'm not a pro by any means, but yeah, we taught ourselves how to do. Did we teach ourselves to do anything else? I mean, like, I feel like everything we did, we hadn't really ever done before.
Yeah,
like,
so it was all a massive learning curve. So
yeah, like the stop motion. I think the last time I did that was when I was in school, like 10 or 11 years ago. Yeah. Oh, we'd never written any script.
No, yeah,
either.
that's true. So we were writing scripts was new to us. Framing, lighting shots was completely new. That took us a long time to sort of figure out. I kept saying, oh, I wish I was sort of like a mathematician for lighting and I could work out all the calculations before trying to film the shot. So it'd be cut down all the time. But yeah, we've learned a lot.
I mean, and actually the film is flawless. I absolutely love it. And I think that the audience is going to be a treat. You know, see how the comments go and stuff. And I'm just like completely, like, my jaw just drops to think how much, you know, skills you guys kind of were able to take in, and how, you know, you created your own piece of work. You know, it's full of references to other filmmakers. There's, I could, you know, and at the same time, it's very much your personal work. And it reminds me a little bit of the pioneers of film, with the whole thing of shrinking and becoming big and small, you know,
yeah,
like the beginning of, you know, when film started and they started to work with illusion and stuff like that. Yeah.
That was one of the main themes that we wanted to bring into our project, was this idea of perspective, and like, how do we make someone look really big when they're actually they haven't changed the size, and all that sort of stuff. And and
quite dark as well. All right. Fantastic, thank you very much, and let's watch it.
Thank you.
You know the tale of the girl who was sitting by the fire with her kitten. It's a story that was written long ago. You know that she was about to retire when the glass above the fire seemed to suddenly expire like the snow. You know when the way was cleared that she disappeared through the looking glass. You know that her name was Alice. So come along if you care, we'll take you there. You must prepare to be a kitty like you were when you read of the kitten by the fire with her kitten in the story that was written long ago.
Psst, drink this.
What in tarnation?
Didn't her mama ever tell her not to take drinks from strangers? Off little Alice goes into wild Wonderland, fixing to follow a little white rabbit. I wonder what else I can get her to do.
Darn it, not again.
Bill! Buffalo Bill, get over here! There's a monster in my house!
I'm not a monster, I'm just a girl.
Ma'am, state your name.
Alice.
What's your business on Rabbit's property? Where have you come from?
I'm not sure how I got here. I keep growing and shrinking. I don't know where the heck I am.
Come out with your hands up.
Sir, I can't get out.
Exit the property or I'll shoot.
Please don't shoot. I don't mean no harm.
Shoot it!
You could give her 2 nickels for a dime and she'd still think she's rich. I hope she's ready to meet 2 of my little friends on her journey.
Well. Who are you?
That's just it. I don't rightly know. I've changed so many times since this morning.
Explain yourself.
Why, I'm afraid I can't explain myself, because I'm not myself, you know.
I do not know.
Well, I can't put it any more plainly than that. It's not clear to me.
You? Who are you?
Well, don't you think you ought to tell me who you are first?
Why?
Oh dear, everything makes about as much sense as a hill of beans.
You're making a mountain out of a molehill.
I can't seem to remember the things I used to, and...
Simmer down and recite.
Yes, sir. Your smile is like the rain in spring, your voice is smooth and other things, and I cannot compete with you. Pauline?
Well, hell, that's not right at all. Here's something that might help you remember.
Now, is this gonna make me big or tiny?
It will do one of the two. Drink it.
Well, what am I supposed to do now?
Yeah, it's not my problem anymore.
I wonder which way I ought to go.
Well, that depends on where you want to get to.
Oh my, a talking cat!
Well, some go this way and some go that way. Only a few find the way. Some don't recognize it when they do. Some don't ever want to.
I don't much care where.
Then it don't matter which way you go.
As long as I get somewhere.
Oh, you'll get somewhere, sure enough. As long as the creek don't rise.
What sort of folk live out here?
Over yonder lives a hatter, and over yonder lives a March hare. Visit either you like. They're both madder than a wet hen.
But I don't want to go among mad folk.
Oh, you can't help that. We're all mad here. You may have noticed, I'm not all there myself.
Am I mad?
You must be, or you wouldn't have come here.
Oh my lord. How do I get out of here?
Head down the Saigoglin path and I'll see y'all later.
Saigoglin?
She thinks the two biggest outlaws in town are gonna help her get out of here? We'll see about that.
Well, howdy do, ma'am. Won't you come on over?
Join us for some moonshine.
No need to be frightened, little lady. We're just two old friends having a good time.
It's my birthday. It's Hannah's birthday. And I'll be damn sure if it ain't your birthday, too.
Are y'all the mad folk the cat told me about?
Well, knock me down and steal my teeth. That cat's been spreading lies again.
We ain't mad. Now sit yourself down and I'll pour your drink.
Won't you taste it? I'll brew it myself.
It's just, every time I drink something in this place, I start getting all kinds of different sizes.
That'll be the queen messing with you.
The queen?
Lord, help me over the fence. The queen. She's the meanest queen in town. Y'all want to be careful you don't take a wrong turn and end up facing her.
What's wrong with her?
She's out for blood. Someone stole her tarts and she won't rest till she find out who did it. She
it one bit. Let's do the song for her. To a story about the Queen of Hearts. She was pretty nice and so were her parts. Next thing you know, she wants someone dead. Now she's going round shouting off with the head. Tart fatty, jam was, taste the jam.
I think y'all have had a bit too much moonshine. Are you sure this queen is real?
Maybe we have, but she is real. She's got a real scary gun too. And if she finds us, we'll be going to hell in a handbasket. Oh, no use giving it too much thought. Here, let me pour y'all another tasty beverage. Woo, this tastes so good, it makes me want to slap my mama.
It is pretty good.
I'm gonna get some more of that. Hey, hush your mouth. Sounds like it's blowing up a storm.
Who is that?
Well, look what the cat dragged in. 2 thieving drunks and an intruder. I knew y'all couldn't resist a table set for a party. And you never seem to turn a drink down. Now you're right where I want you. I hope y'all are ready to meet God.
Inception by Women Not Girls. When describing the word...
Good evening!
Good evening! Shall I talk a little bit about your film, or you're just going to interrupt me straight away?
I'm going to interrupt you.
Okay,
Sorry,
welcome.
Mr. Andre.
So this is the all-female comedy trio that creates sketches, parodies, and dub innocent TV children shows. But I can only count 2 ladies. What's happening with the third one?
Oh, she sadly can't be with us because she's doing something very important. What is she doing? You tell everybody.
I think she's wiping Boris Johnson's bottom tonight. She's on
Yeah,
duty.
that's her side job.
Ladies, please. When you describe your work, you call it the Women's Guide to Inception. So is it finally you're going to be able to understand the film by watching your film? Is that right?
Yeah. I think we get it.
Well, Mr. Andre, we went into it.
Inside.
Thinking, inside the bubble.
We
shared a
dove.
bubble. We went into it thinking that perhaps we could explain the story better, and then of course we watched it and we didn't understand it.
No, I didn't get it at all.
Okay, and why so many mops?
Well, we thought that the film really lacked female influence and performers in it, which is why we made Womenception, and we were inspired by feminine objects such as mops because we are feminists.
Yeah, so don't feel threatened or anything.
Don't feel threatened.
Women.
We're all feminists.
Okay, and what do you think Leonardo DiCaprio is going to think of you portraying him?
Well, I heard that Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't really like feminists, so he's not going to be that happy. But we hope that he'll understand and that he isn't threatened.
Okay, fantastic. And what about you, Mary? Can you tell us a little bit about, you know, your dyeing technique? I mean, it's actually it's quite remarkable.
My dyeing technique.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been practicing it for years. Me and my friends do it all together, and we stand in a circle. And sorry. We stand in a circle, and we all just dye together, and it's so much fun. And that's the technique we came up with.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you very much. So, through the medium of physical comedy, homemade visual effects, and conventional madness, the women, not girls, focus on recreating the iconic scenes of Inception while helping you understand Christopher Nolan's complex masterpiece. So, without further ado, Women Inception by Women, Not Girls. Enjoy. Yeah.
Enjoy, everyone.
Are you here to kill me? I know what this is.
Shit, sorry, wrong pocket.
I've seen one before. Many, many years ago. It belonged to a man I met in half-remembered dream. A man possessed of some magical notion.
Children miss me.
I can't imagine.
Yes, I was very upset.
Stay where you are.
If I kill you in a dream, you'll just wake up. You can still feel pain. If I kill you in a dream, you'll just wake up. You can still feel pain.
The dream's collapsing. This isn't gonna work. You're gonna need to wake him up. Give him a kick. Dunk him.
Inception.
Of course not.
Can you do it?
Of course not.
How would you like to go home? To America? To your children?
Of course not.
Assembly team, Mr. Cobb. and choose your people more wisely.
You have 2 minutes to design a maze that takes 1 minute to solve. You're gonna have to do better than that.
Got a switch that won't switch? Hate your significant other? Can't read? Can't put on a sweater? Can't open the door? Never really know if you're awake or asleep? Constipated? You need a multi-surface DiCaprio spinner! Spin it on your bed, spin it on the floor, spin it on another type of floor, and spin-er the stress away. Spin-er, 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 spin-er the stress away.
Thanks, Spinner.
Thanks, Spinner.
Thanks, Spinner.
Thanks, Spinner.
Thanks, Skinner.
Thanks, Spinner.
Thanks, Spinner.
Thank you, Spinner.
Terms and conditions apply.
Let me ask you a question. You never really remember the beginning of a dream, do you? You always wind up right in the middle of what's going on.
Yeah, I guess.
So how did we get here? Think, Juno, how did we get
We just
here?
came from the,
We're actually in the middle of a warehouse right now. This is your first experience
dreaming?
of shared dreaming. Stay calm! I'm insured on kidnapping for up to 10 billion. This should be fairly simple.
what happened?
Just step back inside. Come on. Step back inside so we can talk about this.
No, I'm going to jump, and you're coming with me.
You know, I can't do that. Take a second, think about our children. Listen to me. If you jump, you're not gonna wake up, remember?
We've talked enough.
Oh, God damn it, don't do this! Oh, no! Jesus Christ!
I don't know any combination. 5, 2, 9, 4, 3, 1, 26.
What's happening? I know. Let's kiss so no one draws attention to us. They're still looking at us. Yeah, well, it was worth a shot. We should get out of here. Come on. It's not a boner.
1.21 gigawatts.
You mustn't be afraid to dream a little bigger, darling. You mustn't be afraid to dream a little bigger, darling.
Juno, where are we?
We're in Christopher Nolan's dream, I guess.
That's the kick!
I'll see you on the airplane.
Ooh, sorry.
have Alien Jefferson popping up in their lovely screens. And we have Neil. Neil, I think it's an homage to Trainspotting, is it right? Which film are you? Because I'm obviously in Star Wars. Can you guess the character, by the way?
That is definitely, you're the Death Star.
Absolutely, you got it. But I am the good soul because I am in a different color, right, from Death Star. I'm the yin and yang of the Death Star. You got it. Brilliant. Okay, Ellie, it's such a pleasure to have worked with you guys and putting this together. Why episode 3?
I think the main reason we chose episode 3 is because it was just a random night round Adams where we were just looking for a film to watch. And then, like, me and Adam, throughout the whole first year of drama school, were always making jokes about Star Wars Episode 3 because it's just such a quotable film. And so then we decided to stick it on, and it was like the 5 of us just happened to be around there. This was before we were like even actually a theatre company. We were just 5 mates, and we watched this film, and we laughing so much, and it kind of became such like a core thing of all of our humour that when we saw that we had to pick a film, it couldn't have been any other film for us because it's just such a big part of us in terms of like humour and what we do.
Fantastic. And can you tell a little bit how was putting this together? Because you are in different places, you are in different countries, and you also, it's really nice in this little interview to get to know a little bit the making of, right? Because each artist kind of took this in a different way. So if you could share a little bit.
Yeah, so we did it like throughout evenings because we all work full time. So we literally had to just take any hour we could. So it was mainly an evening and weekend job. And we had like rehearsals over Zoom, and then we plan a scene, and then we go away and shoot the scenes on our own with no one to act with. So that was a bit of a challenge. And so then we would edit the film together throughout being apart, which was quite difficult, really. And obviously we have Mio in Denmark, and the rest of us are in the UK, so that was another thing. We had time differences to consider, and we also did some really cool stop motion work as well.
Fantastic. And how, Mia, tell me a little bit about the choice of stressing some words, which seems to be like a big thing, or like the dramatic pauses, which I think is also an interesting feature of the film.
Yeah, well, it's a huge part of this film, and I think we've tried to find those places and like underline that. I think in general this film has many theatrical great moments, which we all appreciate, and we kind of just dug into those and found the comedy in those moments.
And what happened with the little eye?
The little eye? Which eye?
The eye of the little puppet.
Oh, it fell. Yes. Oh, Obi-Wan had an accident, and his eye fell into the hot burning lava. Oh my God, making that stop motion was dangerous because there was so much hot tomato sauce all over, and I was holding my camera, and it was, like hot tomato sauce when it boils and you get it on your skin. My kitchen afterwards, it was a nightmare, but it was really fun.
And the casting as well, it seems like really perfect choices. Can you tell me a little bit how was kind of distributing? Was like first come, first served, or?
It cast itself before we even began. We never even talked about it, and we just all knew who everyone was playing as soon as we said the film. Adam's been doing an impression of Chancellor Palpatine since first year, again, and just the rest of it,
Where is he?
I don't think Adam is here tonight. Maybe Chancellor Palpatine.
Oh, okay. So maybe we can. Shall perhaps we leave to the Emperor? Is it Emperor Palpatine or General Palpatine?
At this point, it's Chancellor Palpatine, but
it's Chancellor Palpatine. It's a very complex film. You're definitely gonna understand. If you didn't understand the film, you're gonna understand it after watching this. Molly, there's something in your take of this film, which is kind of, for me, it's like a really nice balance of like taking it like an homage, kind of really kind of like celebrating the universe, but they're also taking the Mickey, and I think that you give a lot of that, especially with the dramatic scenes. I think you strike the right. Can you tell us a little bit, is that something just came, or was a choice? Did you guys do a bit of chatting? Was there a lot of discussion and deep thought behind it?
I think we definitely, first and foremost, we were like, right, let's just try and like remake these scenes, and like if things come up, But first and foremost, like, let's try and make it sincere, you know, because it's something that the film has. It's like this real intense sincerity. Like all of the actors in all of these like crazy like spaceships in the background, like they're always very, very sincere. And we wanted to capture that because it's very Star Wars, that I think.
So let's have Chancellor Palpatine coming on screen, please.
Announcing the coming film, Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith.
Dum 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 vroom vroom.
This is where the fun begins.
They overshot us.
They're coming around.
Tony back.
All right, R4. No, nothing too fancy.
Surge all power units. R2, stand by the reverse thrusters. We got him, R2.
Flying is for droids.
The General's command ship is dead ahead.
Well, have you noticed the shields are still up?
Sorry, Master.
Oh, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Your swords, please, Master Jedi. We don't want to make a mess in front of the Chancellor.
You won't get away with it this time, Dooku.
I've been looking forward to this.
My powers have doubled since the last time we met, Count.
Good. Twice the pride, double the fall.
Good, Anakin, good. Kill him. Kill him now.
I shouldn't.
Do it. You did well, Anakin. He was too dangerous to be kept alive.
Something wonderful's happened. Annie, I'm pregnant.
That's wonderful.
What are we going to do?
We're not going to worry about anything right now. This is a happy moment. The happiest moment of my life.
Premonitions? Premonitions? Are these the visions you have?
They are of pain, suffering, death.
Careful you must be when sensing the future, Anakin. The fear of loss is a path to the dark side.
They asked you to spy on me, didn't they?
I don't know. I don't know what to say.
Did you ever hear the tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise?
No.
I thought not. It's not a story the Jedi would tell you. He had such a knowledge of the Force that he could even stop the ones he cared about from dying.
Is it possible to learn this power?
Not from a Jedi.
Hello there.
General Kenobi, you are a bold one. Back away. I will deal with this Jedi slime myself.
Your move.
You fool! I have been trained in your Jedi arts by Count Dooku himself. Attack Kenobi! Army or not, you must realize you are doomed.
Oh, I don't think so.
You're the Sith Lord?
Are you going to kill me?
I would certainly like to.
I know you would. I can feel your anger. It gives you focus.
I'm going to turn you over to the Jedi Council.
So uncivilized.
Master Windu, I take it General Grievous has been destroyed then. I must say you're here sooner than expected.
In the name of the Galactic Senate of the Republic, you're under arrest, Chancellor.
Are you threatening me, Master Jedi?
The Senate will decide your fate.
I am the Senate!
Not yet.
It's treason then.
Are under arrest, my lord.
Anakin, I told you it would come to this. The Jedi are taking over!
The oppression of the Sith will never return. You have lost.
No. No! You shall die! I have the power to save the one you love. You must choose.
Don't listen to him, Anakin!
Please, don't kill me. I'm too weak.
I need him!
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Please, don't.
No!
Power! Unlimited power!
I pledge myself to your teachings.
Good. Good. The Force is strong with you. A powerful Sith you will become. From henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Vader. The time has come. Execute Order 66.
I don't know you anymore. Anakin, you're breaking my heart. You're going down a path I can't follow.
Because of Obi-Wan.
Because of what you've done. What you plan to do. Stop it now. Come back. I love you.
Liar!
No!
You're with him! You brought him here to kill me!
No,
Let her go, Anakin. Let her go.
You turned her against me!
You have done that yourself.
Don't lecture me, Obi-Wan. I see through the lies of the Jedi. I do not fear the dark side as you do. I have brought peace, justice, and freedom to my new empire.
Your new empire?
Don't make me kill you.
Anakin, my allegiance is to the Republic, to democracy!
If you're not with me, then you're my enemy.
Only a Sith deals in absolutes. I will do what I must.
You will try.
Zew, 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 zew.
I have waited a long time for this moment, my little princess. At last the Jedi are no more.
Not if anything to say about it. I have!
Zew, 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 zew. Zew, 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 zew.
I should have known the Jedi were taking over.
Anakin, Chancellor Palpatine is evil.
From my point of view, the Jedi are evil.
Well, then you are lost.
This is the end for you, my master.
It's over, Anakin. I have the high ground.
You underestimate my power.
Don't try it.
You are the chosen one! It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them! Bring balance to the Force, not leave it in darkness!
I hate you!
You were my brother, Anakin. I loved you.
It's a boy.
Luke. Oh, Luke.
It's a girl.
Leia.
Bum bum ba bum bum ba bum bum ba bum.
Obi-Wan. There is still good in him. I know there is still.
Where's Padme? Is she safe? Is she alive?
It seems in your anger, you killed her.
That's it, folks. We have reached the end of Epic. Young filmmakers, congratulations! You all have completed successfully the Epic DIY Blockbuster Challenge. And I would like you now to open your WhatsApp message that I send you. I send you a WhatsApp message in your group, in the group that I created with all of you. So can you please read it out loud? Because you will find there a certificate, yes, of achievement. And besides that, there's also the amount of money that we have been able to reach so far with the box office income of this event. And there's a, I don't know, right sum there for, yes, I think it's quite nice. So YouTubers, people in this call that watch and paid for a ticket, thank you ever so much. And the money is there, you deserve it. Fantastic. Thank you very much for the audience, and thank for you, because you really deserve it. And emerging artists that might be watching this, yeah, get involved in progression, please. Email me, I am andre@tramshed.org. Join the e-newsletter through our website, or join the Facebook group, the Progression Facebook group. And there's a feedback form for the event as well. Please click on it. It's your opportunity to be a reviewer, a film critic, and give a bit more reviewing depth for these artists that work so hard. Well done, guys. It's been a real pleasure, a real joy to work with all of you. Well done, and let's give ourselves a round of applause. And the final bow. Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, well done. Yes, fantastic. Thank you. Thank you.